happening, guys? My name's Reese Whitehouse. I'm here with
Can you some?
and we're going to do a Carpool Q&A. So we posted out a couple of days ago about you guys giving us some questions. So I'm going to pull them out from this big fucking bag here. If you can cut alongside anyone in the industry, who would that be?
That's a hard question, that is. That'll stun me already.
I'd go for Joe Cartmel.
Really?
Yeah, man. I love how Joe Cartmel.
Got alongside A-Rod.
That's nice.
A-Rod's the coolest person alongside. Probably someone like Kevin Luchman. Kevin Luchman's a good one because he was the reason I got into the industry in the first place.
Any independent brands or local businesses you currently support? This brand?
Yeah, so I was going to say, realistically, the only real local clothing brand that I support is Jay's brand Concept. So, yeah, all the guys.
We'll put the link.
Yeah, also, yeah, shout out to Concept. I just say, how good is the fact that Reese has written out all these questions?
Right. Top 5 dream people to trim.
Oh, I love this question. I get asked this question all the time. But number 1, David Beckham.
Who actually cuts his hair? I swear that's like the most protected industry secret.
Quite like to trim Johnny Depp.
I want Conor McGregor.
Conor McGregor, that's
Yeah.
a shout that is. I quite like to cut Kanye's hair, just because it'd be interesting.
Do you know he used to be a barber?
No way.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and like you know when he came back and he had all them fucking mad things.
Yeah.
He did that himself. So I can't vouch whether it's a good barber or not. But he
It's
fucking did it. But how do you manage your work-life balance being in such high demand?
I think it's really hard. It's hard to. I'm still figuring this one out, to be honest. I've got 2 kids, and it's fucking really hard to like know kind of where to say no, I suppose. Really.
I think as far as that goes, I like to see like work life not necessarily as a fucking direct trade-off. I don't like the idea of like right now is home time, now is work time.
Yeah,
I like the idea of more like harmony.
Yeah, life's for living, isn't it? At the end of the day, we love our jobs, but at the same time, like you say, it's nice to have that balance and that harmony. Because for me, when I've got people around me that are familiar with me, like friends and family, I always work a lot better anyway. So.
Yeah. I suppose that's the thing. It all sort of plays into your sort of mindset and your mental health where that's concerned. Because I'm not being funny. Like we've all had times where we've gone through difficult shit at work and taken it home, or difficult shit at home and taken it to work. Do you know what I mean? So I just find that harmony works better. Cool. So, after a busy day, what do you find best helps you unwind and relax?
Watching Britain's Amazing Walks. No, I'm the real one. Like probably just I go home usually, go for a run, like, do a bit of training. Maybe I like to just go home, not really say anything, just be in my own space.
That's about you. Like these people that like. Obviously, people who work in an office job 9 to 5 and whatnot, and then they go out on the weekends, like fair enough. But like, I couldn't think of anything worse. No, I couldn't think of anything.
I'm exactly the same. Like, I'd quite happily. Like, I don't really have like a massively like lively social life.
Favorite Wahl clipper and trimmer. I have a soft spot for in 2019. Barber Connect brought out a limited edition Magic Clip. I had that for years and years and years. I really just sold it.
The black one.
I had a real soft spot for that for a long time. Yeah, that's a better one. Favourite films and why?
Oh, that's a class question. I love questions like it, so I'm hair related.
Yeah. Lord of the Rings, straight up.
Is it?
Yeah, man. Lord of the Rings slaps.
I've never been a fan.
But I've got like Tolkien's signature on my arm.
Actually.
Yeah, but you know what? Like my missus doesn't care about Lord of the Rings at all, and she's actually related to it. What?
Yeah. What? J.R. Tolkien?
Yeah. But doesn't give a shit.
Have you watched Cyber?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. That bathtub scene, you know.
Do you know what? Do you know what I find really weird though? This is the most disturbing thing for me. Is that I didn't find it that disturbing. I don't know what.
That shit on a reg.
Yeah, no, I would never do it. But I thought it's just a bit.
Well, that's good to know.
It's just a bit kinky, like, isn't it? That's not my top film, by the way. If anyone's interested.
If you could open up shops in any area in the world, where would that be? If we're talking about, you know, where we could probably do well, yeah, probably New Zealand or Australia. But like, I'd say where you're probably going to make the most money is somewhere like
Dubai.
Yeah. Dubai. Do you know what I mean?
I think I'd like to open a shop in New York just because I love the city. New York's a cool place.
That's it. If you had a highlight reel of your careers, what would you want to see in there?
I think for me, this 2023 has had a few highlights for me. I think that I would say the cover of Barber Evo is probably that's probably the coolest thing.
You know, I remember you were on the cover. You were wearing your money T-shirt. You were on the cover of Barber.
Early days. That was, do you know, being on the cover of Modern Barber, that set me up for so much stuff like that. Because before that, like, no one knew who I was. It's a complete juxtaposition to like being on the cover of Barber Evo this year, because I feel like I've been on the cover of Barber Evo when I'm kind of like flying in my career. Whereas Modern Barber, I was a nobody. So like, it's really cool. Like, I think I really like the idea of looking back on that now. And yeah, both of them would be highlights, and obviously signing for Wahl as well. Yeah, I think signing for Wahl is something that has really kind of humbled me a little bit, because Wahl's always been the best in the game, and to have them reach out to me and be like, oh, we want you on our artistic team, like, for me, it's probably the biggest compliment I can get.
Yeah, it's cool.
So yeah, that was for me.
I'd say mine was front cover of Modern Barber last year.
Yeah, that's it.
I think obviously winning Wahl British Barber of the Year 2021, Pro Barber World Series British Barber of the Year 2022.
That's some sick accolades, that, bro.
Obviously signing with Wahl as well, that was fun. In fact, that I didn't know was going to happen.
Really?
So I was on stage handing Charlie Baker the new.
I remember.
Yeah, so Simon Pure called me out, right? I showed my arse on it, right? So he called me out on stage and he was like, oh, everyone give a round of applause for Reese. He entered this year but didn't get to the finals. And I was like, stood there with this trophy to give to Charlie. I'm like, is he really doing this? Is he really doing this right now? And he was like, oh, because he's now part of the artistic team, right? So I didn't know about that until I was actually on stage.
Yeah.
And I was talking to Dean and Andrea beforehand, and they were like, oh, so what are you going to do next? They assumed that I knew that I was going to be part of the team. And I was going, oh, I don't know, I might just do this, I might do that. And they thought I was bullshitting them. I literally had no idea. Right. Which country do you feel has the most exciting scene in the industry? It's America, right?
Do you think?
Oh, God, yeah. Well, I like America for the simple fact that they are regulated.
That is a great shout, to be fair. I think every country should be regulated.
100%.
Okay, like I get this is like, what for debate this is, but like, I get a lot of people comment on my videos from America. Weirdly, they always write the same comment, but they're always like, oh, why are you not wearing an extra? And it's like,
yeah.
And it's like,
or wearing gloves.
Yeah, and I'm like, well, we don't. We're like, we just don't over here. We don't have to, so we don't.
Well, that's it. See, this is a dumb question. Plums or peaches? Neither. Fuck them.
Are peaches hairy?
I don't know.
They're like furry.
Yeah, I'm assuming so. I've not got the physique to say that I know a lot about fruit. I don't know. Who gives a fuck? What are ideal character and personality traits you look for in juniors and apprentices? Woohoo! Love that.
Yeah, that's a shout.
Work ethic.
100%. Someone that is obsessed with hair. Someone that has the same obsession for hair as what I do.
Yeah, I want to be intimidated by them.
Yeah, I want them to be like, oh, why are you teaching me to do it that way?
Yeah.
Why are you telling me that? Why have you created that section?
Yeah.
And what does that make the hair look like when it's cut?